If you're a man over 40 who's found yourself on medications, dealing with chronic symptoms, maybe gut issues, maybe low energy, stubborn fat that simply won't shift, then stick with me for an incredible story about one of my clients, Andy, who at the age of 54 reversed 4 separate chronic health conditions and came off 4 separate medications, all inside 6 months. Andy initially came to us because he was feeling out of shape, exhausted, and he felt like he was stacking medication on medication. And the final straw that broke the camel's back was a type 2 diabetes diagnosis he got in late 2024. This was really the turning point for him that made him really take a proper look at what he was doing from a lifestyle perspective and with his habits day to day that had led to all of these problems. Now, he'd been in and out of the doctors for 20 years with no answers to addressing the real issue. It started with a diagnosis for GERD, which left him with antacid medication, then led on to hypertensive medication for his high blood pressure, then another medication, then finally he was prescribed with metformin to help him manage his type 2 diabetes. Not once was he ever provided with a lifestyle protocol, despite all of these issues being caused by lifestyle. He said himself he'd seen our ads floating around on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, and he'd put it off for months because he thought it was a scam, so he was super skeptical. But he decided that he had nothing to lose because ultimately he tried everything else. He'd been to the doctor, he'd had coaching, he'd had the gym membership, and nothing was making a dent. But he decided he had no other option because he tried everything else. He'd been to the doctors, he'd tried the medication, and things only seemed to be getting worse. And he knew he needed to do something more drastic than just taking medications or making subtle changes with his diet. So when he came on board and we ran his diagnostics, everything became super clear. We immediately saw the metabolic issues. HbA1c through the roof at over 70, triglycerides through the roof. He showed all signs of type 2 diabetes, fatty liver disease, high blood pressure, plus various other issues, including gut issues, including low testosterone, which were all keeping him stuck with stubborn belly fat, tanking his energy, and keeping him fat and out of shape. So we built him a protocol around training, nutrition, and lifestyle built for his biology in order to optimize these systems and get his body functioning the way it should have been. Within just 12 weeks, he was 20 centimeters off the waist, 10 kilos down, and off all medications. His doctor could not believe the transformation he'd achieved in such a short space of time. He said, "Whatever you're doing, keep on doing it." Within 6 months, he'd got 80% of his blood markers into optimal ranges and was feeling better than he had in more than 20 years. And fast forward 12 months, we did a full diagnostics assessment again and found that almost all markers were into optimal, and he did a photo shoot and he looks like this, having dropped over 30 centimeters off his waist and more than 15 kilos of body fat, and got into a shape that he never thought would be possible at his age. Here's what Andy had to say about his process.
It's been a long time. I thought I was get over the health issues. That probably took me 6 months.
Oh wow, you were off medications for 6 months?
Yeah. I no longer take any medication. My latest blood tests that the doctors have shown me what you've called as optimal ranges in all areas, which was a surprise. I didn't truly believe I'd get to that. I knew I would get better, but did I ever really believe I'd get to an optimal point at my age? No, I didn't. The big takeaway really is how happy I am and proud of myself.
So if you're a man over 40 feeling like time is running out, feeling like you are stacking medication upon medication, and every time you go to your doctors, you're not getting any answers that don't result in just another medication, and you actually want to make a real change with your health and get into the best physical and mental shape of your life despite your age, then click the link in the description, check the video out that explains exactly how our blood optimization system works and how it can work for you too, just like it has for all of these guys. And if you like what you see, then book yourself in for a health optimization audit call with one of the team, and we'll see you on the inside.